appreciate it. So, as Mel said, we are switching over to the part of our show where we pick our favorite astrological aspect happening this week and kind of discuss why or
Mhm.
say why. Okay. So, what is yours for this week, Mel?
My favorite aspect for the week, has got to be Saturn going into Aries. I
Mm.
am an Aries sun. My sun and Venus are very close to the beginning of Aries. So, uh, yeah, I guess I'm getting ready for a Saturn return.
I guess so. I'm going to bring myself closer. I look like I'm in the lap of
I think in a
the
couple of years I'm going to
emperor.
have a Saturn return here. But in the meantime, just Saturn and Neptune entering the beginning of my sun sign at the top of my chart is really like making me think about my public roles, my public facing life, and you know uh, whether I'm whether what I do is reflecting where I stand spiritually, which I think I can say that it does, but also whether it's going to be something I can do forever. Like Nadia says,
Mhm.
Saturn always asks us if this is something we can do for the rest of our lives. So, it's really like
Right.
asking the question of like, what is what you're doing right now, the active part, is that stable for you? Is it going to last? Or do you need to make a new start? Do you need to find something else to work on? So, yeah, that's hitting me really, really good this week, I think.
Yeah. I know. I mean, like, we're both experiencing that energy, obviously. And if you haven't joined us before, we're a married couple. We've been together 11, 12 years. I don't know. We've been together a minute. We've known each other since the third grade. So it's just like, whatever, at least 10 years. Okay. uh, our history goes away and the way back. So, yes, I, f- I think even you had a reading with Juan Tracy Cherry that said you were going to have some changes, especially in
Yeah, he said a career change, most
career.
definitely.
Right.
Um,
And this is something that we're constantly batting back and forth. Like we have this business. I don't like to call it a business, but it is what it is. Like this business here, and Melanie is a massage therapist. And we've also, have dreams of a bookstore and all sorts of things. And so we've really been hitting that. And I've been more concerned about our place of where we're going to live in the next like 3 to 5 years. My Capricorn rising is all about trying to figure out where that foundation is going to be, and I'm ready to work for it. Like so if we have to get better credit, then let's do that little work that we do every month, and we pay our credit cards on time. Like now we got to get in line because we've got something that we want, right? And I don't know that that fits any of the aspects, but I'm just kind of relating back to the
yeah,
things that we're thinking about. We're thinking about our our security as far as, the roof over our
mhm.
head and how we're gonna maintain that. Um,
Yeah, there's that Venus Uranus aspect that's happening today. Venus is squaring Uranus, and Uranus at the end of Taurus is all about that. Like how are you going to get your hands on the thing that you want to be able to rely on? And then at the end of the week, we cap it off with another square to Uranus. That's the sun squaring Uranus. So we're definitely having a little bit of an experience around how we get the things.
right. Definitely, definitely. I had the most discouraging grocery shopping weekend, and I should have known because it's Super Bowl weekend, and I guess I'm different. I'm used to living in a different demographic, and the thing that I wanted really bad was some very expensive salmon. And and normally when I want those things, I can count on them being there because not everybody's running out to, purchase $40 worth of frozen salmon, but I want to, it'll actually save me money. And oh yeah, no, our demographic has that kind of money to spend, and they spent it. And all the things that I wanted were gone. And I was like, "Oh, no." So I had put together in my Venus and Virgo way, all of what I was going to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything, and it's all ruined. Like, not one single meal can be put together in the way that I needed it to. I'm working with a dietitian right now, and I want my plate to look like she wants it to look like, and I want it to taste good too. And yeah, it didn't happen. So I had half-assed everything as far as groceries were concerned, and I don't know how much of that is supply and how much of that is the demand right now, but, uh,
Mhm. Variable, that's the whole thing. Yeah. Fortunately, Uranus is going to move on into Gemini in April and stop messing, hopefully, with our supply chain so heavily.
right.
Yeah.
Right. That's usually when I start planning our vacations, like the 1st of May. We're usually like, okay, we've got it figured out now where
Yeah.
all the money is and what we want to do with it
Yeah.
and how we get it. So I've been blabbing a lot, but my favorite aspect for this week is Venus and Pisces.
Mhm.
Um, Venus is exalted in Pisces. Am I correct by saying that?
Yes.
And I really believe that a lot of people are going to find love right now. And I know it sounds a little cheesy and weird to say that because, we're coming up to Valentine's Day, which is just commercial bullshit. But the astrology says that you could meet love right now. Now, I do wanna say that still, if it's too good to be true, then still ask some questions and still look into the background of someone. As a matter of fact, I'm in a lesbian group online, and I'm helping an older woman try to figure out if she's being catfished. Like, I'm like, "Oh my goodness," like, "I can figure that out for you, like, don't get catfished." So, that's out there too, because a lot of people are unfortunately desperate, sometimes for love or just to even have a date on Valentine's Day. But right now, this week says that you could possibly find love or at least a partnership. And I wanna concentrate on the love part of that, like, on the romance part of that. I do believe that a lot of other partnerships are gonna form, but my Capricorn is taking a backseat to my Venus penis, who wants all the love to come in and wants the lonely hearts to find each other and spark and come together because we really need all of us, and, we need our collective, we need our people. Even romantic people is just fun if that's what you're into, but I feel like if you're out there and you're looking for that right now, it could happen, and I'm always a person that believes that those things happen in your everyday spaces, and it
Yeah.
could mean that somebody might even have a crush on you that you haven't even given the time of day to, and they might be in your inbox, and maybe this time don't ignore it or don't put it off right away or something because you just never really know, okay?
Mhm.
And you can't to me, I don't give a shit about all these dating apps. To me, you're not gonna find love necessarily unless you get your ass out there too. Like right now, it's about getting out there and understanding that, like so the catfishing, the AI, the scammers. The best thing to do is the face to face, so we
Mhm.
all have those feelings. We have those gut feelings. We should trust our gut guidance and intuition, especially when we're dating. But nothing will bring you more joy than to remember that spark that you had in person with the person that could be the love of your life. So, yes, do not poo-poo on love this year, okay, people? A lot of people are also like, "Fuck love," this week. Don't do that because if you're really into it, if you're really into finding love, you can say what you want, but in the background, open your heart up and talk to the stranger that might talk to you, okay? I
Yeah.
mean, that's some serious advice right now,
Mhm.
'cause if you're looking for love, it's coming, it's here, it's probably already around you. You just have to be open enough to find it. And I'm telling you, in the past, I didn't know how many people were, like, into me, and I was not dating until I started to look back over a box of memories of what people wrote in cards to me, and I was oblivious. So, pay attention to those things, and maybe it is that someone will jump out at you that you never thought might might really kind of fill that loneliness spot or
Mhm.
fill that, want to have that partner in your life.
Mhm.
I love the loves.
Yes.
Love is very radical right now. All I wanna do is pull people's heads off and be mean, but I also no, I want loves.
Michael A. Bryan last night was saying something about the Venus and Uranus aspect, that was that even though it was a square, it was just really juicy and loving. And, it really allows us to see things that we're drawn to that are outside our regular template for attraction. Like we can be drawn to something that's unusual or just sort of
Mhm.
wildly out of our regular scope. Uh,
True. Yeah, so
and that can
be
be a life-changing positive thing.
it can be a life-changing positive thing, and also, like the flip side, me, I'm the gray
Mhm.
area. Also,
Yeah.
just, practice safety,
Yes.
it, no
Always look
means
out for
no.
yourself. Don't let the safety rules go by the wayside because love is in the air for
Right,
sure.
consent
That's when
is
you
the
really need the
law.
safety rules.
Right, consent is the law, and consent needs to be spoken out loud.
Especially
Alright.
with all this Aries energy around us, we definitely need to be, like, thinking and talking about consent.
Right, but I do love that Aries energy because I know that Aries energy is that energy of, "Oh, I see someone that really I am really attracted to." They're
Mhm,
gonna go over there and do the cheesy pickup line,
mhm,
like or maybe even just go right for it, just like whatever
mhm.
it is that they want from you, they might just say it. So don't be surprised or shocked if somebody comes up to you and just says they want to have sex with you. You need to stop for a minute and think about whether or not you want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's saying that to you, that's what they mean. And
Yeah.
after you're over that shock, maybe give it a thought if that's what you mean. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, just don't count it out just because somebody's being forthright about it. All right.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
give it a second. So anyway, so Venus and Pisces is what I love. I think that we're going to be attracting all sorts of things here. I think that our attitudes are going to determine what kinds of things that we bring to us. So lean into what it is that we want, keep thinking about those things that we want, those qualities that we want, the job we want, those items. I want that damn salmon, like whatever it is that we want. I'm not getting off of that until I have them in my
She
freezers.
wants her groceries. We want our groceries.
Yes, I'm making some compound butter, okay, and I need that. And I got some lemons that are real juicy, and I need
We got
that
the
salmon
lemon and the
right now.
dill for the butter, but not the salmon.
It's kind of a big deal right now.
Kind of a big deal.
So anyway, Venus and Pisces attract, attract,
I
attract,
love that.
attract, attract.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So again, a technique